Konnichiwa, Mina, this is T Sakura, and you're watching PokeCast. Alright, moving on to number 3 of the Aqua Heroes. Without a doubt, I had to at least get one of those. So I have The Return of the King, Aquaman, Issue 1. And, okay, let's just call it Aquaman. But it's just fun to hear that, Return of the King. And for a number 1, it just shows how much DC does not like this character. I hate to say it like that. It's no offense to you, DC. It's just, man, you guys just are unrelentless against this poor man. For all of you out there who understand what I'm talking about and have read this, you know exactly what's coming. This is one of those that, okay, so they're finally bringing Aquaman back. It's been 15 years of him actually being a hero, and it starts out apparently Oland, this country, is decided to attack the Aquaman's people. It's like, what? Even the UN's like, what do you think you're doing? And there's not much they can do. Aquaman, of course, is just out there not wanting to stay home because of what has happened to him. You know, his wife tried to kill him, his son was murdered, he was attacked by an enchantress, you know, a sea witch, and just so many things happened. He hasn't lost his arm yet, but just so much. The poor guy's been through so much that he decided that he wasn't fit to be king for his people, so he left. But being a hero that he is, he at least tries to help as many people as he can. Another thing that makes this one very unique is that they don't hold back. I mean, you see dying bodies go down with missing limbs, with actual blood in it. Somehow it does have the comic approval. I don't know how, but you know they're really the Atlanteans are really trying to fight back, try to save as much as they can, and they're just doing whatever they can. You know, it's pure nuts. They don't know what's going on. And, of course, they have to recap, talk about, oh, I guess that sea witch was his wife after the death of their son. Wow. Okay, I forgot about that part. Even worse. And I think one thing that was very unique in here is at one of the Justice League things, right there is Blue Beetle, who's just like, dude, John, we need to go and help. Come on, Aquaman was one of us. He's our friend. Things were different with the subject there. Of course, there's Blue Beetle. Bite the old league, John, and just takes off. He refuses to let Aquaman be, to be left alone. That right there is a powerful statement. Like just flat out, is DC right here flat out saying, we hate you, Aquaman? Making an actual Justice League member say, no, we will not help a former member of the Justice League. So obviously some bad blood has happened in the Aquaman storyline that I have not been able to actually find out yet. So I have to go to Comic Vine and find out what they have about that, because I'm very curious now about that. This is where it gets unique. Aquaman comes in, literally punches through the wall of the submarine, and goes right to the captain, and it's just like, okay, here's my warning to you guys. I know you can understand me. You can go back now, only warning, but I suggest you close the hatch as I leave. And he just opens the hatch and swims out to flood the sub. He then calls up, sea creatures to come and block the radar, and gives them a point-blank message. You have a decision to make. Leave now. And that's all I'm going to say. And I'll leave it there. Leave the rest of the comic as a surprise, because don't want to get too many spoiler alerts. But when it comes to, poor Aquaman, that's the only thing you can really say. This is definitely a darker way to bring back a hero that has had nothing but horrible tragedies happen in the last couple of years before this one came out. So good to see, that they did decide to bring him back, even though it is one of the more darker ways to bring back a hero that for some reason the company themselves don't like, or the person who got him just flat didn't like him. But he was like, okay, now we need somebody okay, we got a special thing for everybody. Okay, and we have one comic left that we really need to give away. So who wants to be the special person with the special secret comic? Yeah, that one guy. Oh, right, you're going to be the director of Aquaman. I hate Aquaman. You're the director. Okay, meeting adjourned. You guys have a nice day. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened, because there's just so much in here. It's a very strong comic, especially for the Aquaman fans. This is a slap in the face, I personally feel. At least it's good reading. It's good reading to the point of where you're just like, what's going on here? Come on, Aquaman, go save your city. Come on. I'm happy you're saving the world, which you're supposed to be doing, but your city needs you. And it probably also was the only way to bring him back, to kind of like, snap him out of his, depression that he was in. Your people need you. Get back there. And I think that's exactly what DC did here as well. Either way you look at it, either it was a slap in the face to Aquaman once again, or a good slap in the face to where it's like, you need to snap out of it. You need to be the hero that you were meant to be and the king that you are. Now, where have we heard that from? Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. I wonder. Anyway, so that's been my review on Aquaman #1. Or just a very powerful comic. Definitely would recommend to read it, but I'd say go with some of the earlier ones. That way you can at least know what's going on. That way you're not like me. I was like, what did he do to John? He did something to John. Okay, so definitely very powerful, and one of those I can recommend. So I haven't found a bad Aquaman one yet, luckily. Just this one's more one of those, it's like it's almost bad but still enjoyable. So this is Tsukuro saying ciao and sayonara.